Predictions were made and predictions happened. We are back to talk about episode 6 of Peacemaker. Welcome to the Withmates podcast. What's happening, trips, and welcome back to the Withmates podcast. My name is Andrew Grayson, your host as ever, and joining me once again to talk all things Peacemaker. He is the smackiest of smacks. It's Polly Smack. Paul Stirrit.
Do you want to taste it?
Do you really want to taste it? Mate, I miss that fucking intro.
Going up, coming down.
It's just not as impactful. I don't dislike the new one, but that one's just...
It's like I said, as soon as I heard it, I was like, that's a banging song, and I made it my ringtone. Like, you know,
Nice.
The first one grabbed you. This one, fine, but just not quite the same.
So talking about the first one grabbing you, this is the first episode that nobody has apparently seen other than James Gunn, and I want to find out if it grabbed one Polly Stirrit. But welcome in, one and all. We are the Withmates podcast. My name is Andrew. He is Paul. We are here to talk about all things Peacemaker. We're going to give you our non-spoiler thoughts, and then we're going to get into spoiler details. We'll give you a big old spoiler warning. If you're new to the podcast, welcome in, one and all. Please hit the subscribe button, get us up to 100 subscribers, and get involved in the conversation as we say it. Get involved in the comments, and we'll have a wee chat with you, and we'll give you our thoughts and all that good stuff. So Paul, sixth episode, but the first episode of the teased last 3 that nobody's seen, and we're keeping all hush hush, and there's reasons for that, and blah blah blah. Did it grab you? Did it hit you in all the good spots? Were you a fan of this week's episode?
I'll be honest with you, Andrew.
Go on.
I felt like the series started like pretty good, like on a high. First few episodes, first 2. I think maybe the third one was when he went over and crossed over, and we had that whole hostage thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's been my favorite episode so far. I think that's been the strongest. But since then, I've felt like
So 4 and 5.
I felt like I feel like the show's teetering off a bit. I haven't been as invested.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode is the reason why I like this show.
Yes! What a fucking episode, Paul. It had everything. Do you know what the thing is? I'm saying it had everything. It didn't have everything. There was no real action in this episode.
No. But it was more compelling.
I adored this episode. This is probably my favourite episode, if I'm being honest. This is probably my favourite episode of the
I could see why.
Performances are great. Story goes along. There's comedy. There's there's a lot of comedy, which obviously is why I'm a big fan of it and stuff like that. And it's from who the comedy's from. Like, mate, some of the lines that we get from Vigilante is like, mate, honestly, fucking adore that character. He's my favourite character. But yeah, great performances. The story's great. We got reveals. We got teases. We got the story progressing. We got reveals of theories of what was happening. And mate, we've kind of nailed a fair few. We called a lot of stuff that has happened in this episode, and I'm very, very pleased about it. But yeah, to me, this is James Gunn peak storytelling. Not a lot goes on, but everything that does go on is compelling, is interesting, is funny, is giving you a through line for what the series is. The performances, as I say, were fantastic. This is why it's exactly what you said. This is why we're watching this show. This episode is the reason why we're watching this show. 10, maybe not 10 out of 10, but like fucking, it's an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. It's a fucking great episode.
I'd be inclined to agree. I'm not sure where I sit it yet, rating wise. I'll know when we talk about it, but yeah, no, it's definitely up there.
Shall we get more specific?
Oh yeah, please. I don't know if
it's
I can contain myself.
It is your spoiler warning. If you have not yet watched this week's episode, was Ignorance is Chris. Again, give it up for the puns. Big fan of the old pun titles. Ignorance is Chris. Episode 6 of Season 2 of Peacemaker. Now's the time to pause YouTube, head on over to HBO Max or Sky Max or wherever you watch the show, and then come on back over to YouTube and hear myself and Paul get into the nitty gritty details of everything that happened in this week's episode. I only want to start in one place, and that's with Vigilante. Mate, MVP,
Of course you do.
fucking mate. He was like, come on, this was him. Like this was his episode. It was so good.
It was good. Like I loved it when they took him to his house.
Mate, right.
There with
Let's not get ahead of ourselves because there's even belter stuff. That's the highlight, right? But there's belter stuff before that. Because we left last week's episode and he was in tears and stuff, and they kind of addressed that. And he's like, "Oh, you were crying." He's like, "No, I wasn't crying. I was just giving you a hug." Like all that humor. Again, I realise that there'll be people watching this going, "He's my least favorite part of the show," or "I don't find him funny," or whatever. The humor of Vigilante and the writing that James Gunn has given him is just, it's my sense of humor, and all the dumb shit that he says and does, and like talking about like manatees and ostriches, and like even that bit. See when she's like when he revealed that he's got Beanie Baby collection. Mate, such an underrated joke as well. They're like, why have you got all this stuff? Like, why have you got all this? And he's like, oh, just any like drug busts or like people that I take down and just bring it back here. And he's like, there must be like millions of dollars here, and you've got all this like fucking drugs and all that kind of stuff. And then when they open the portal, and he's like, just be careful with my Beanie Baby collection, because I think they're going to come back up, and they're going to be worth a fortune. He's got millions of dollars there, but be careful with my Beanie Baby collection because they're about to become really expensive. Like,
he won't spend it though because it's blood money.
Oh mate, honestly, he's the best character. Loved all that stuff. Loved the back and forward between all the friends, like stealing the money and calling him a fucking and then the coke explodes and all that shit. Like, I love as well that Vigilante's like, oh, maybe I'll meet me. He's like, he's fucking Doug from Up. That's why I probably like him as well. He's a fucking dog. Like he's literally like, oh, maybe I'll meet me.
Person,
like maybe
yeah.
that'll be fun. That'll be like
a psychotic
no.
dog person.
Yeah, I am none of the. No, I am one of those things. Yeah, like mate, some of the lines as well. Like again, when they arrive in the other universe and they're like, right, we need to go and get Chris, and he's like, nah, I'm gonna go find me. Cause like what, like I would want to find me if I was here and all that. Like love that. And then when he gets to the house, mate, right, him cracking up at all the tiny insignificant change, like. He's like, is that a dragon? It was a snake. What? And he's proper laughing. And the performance is utterly brilliant. It's so well done. And like genuinely, I was absolutely cracking up at like how he was delivering it. But the line. So again, he's gone through all these different wee kind of subtle changes. Freddie Stroma, mate, like honestly, all-time comedy performance in this episode. He's going through all these wee. It's like 6 cats. Why 6? Who are they going to talk? What are they going to talk about? It should be 3. But the line of the episode is when he walks past his mum and his dad, and he's like, "My dad's not gay." I was fucking ending myself. I was absolutely howling at him. Right? It was so. It was the way he performed it and his wee laugh while he was doing it. It was so funny. The key working in the door, and he's like, oh my god, it's working. He walks in, and it, like, again, the reveal worked for me. You walk in and there's nothing. It's just like a desk, and it's like, it just looks like a shed. And I didn't think he was going to be a superhero. And then it gets revealed, and he's very serious, and he's very, who the fuck are you? Blah blah blah. And he's like, it's me from a different universe. And the guy just like, all right. And then at that moment, I was like, yes.
Accepts it.
There's fucking 2 of them. Like, I was so worried they were going to have like a serious one and an idiot one and stuff. But then when they did the 2 idiots, I was like, brilliant. Fucking 2 thumbs up. And then the back again, the editing and the performances, like the 2 of them just going back, and it's like, what's your favorite color? Teal. Mine's teal too. And it's just like, oh, what's the best animal? And they keep kind of going back and forth. And why do we like a platypus? And everything. It's so fucking well done. The timing is perfect. The performances are perfect. I want to see the behind the scenes on how they did that if it was with 2 different people and then like substituted them. Like, I want to watch that just from an acting point of view, because I can't stress the comedic timing and the pace.
It was really good.
It was perfect. It was so fucking good, to ultimately leading to, oh, what do you think of Peacemaker? Oh, my best friend. I hate Peacemaker. I was like, yup. I'm in. I'm sold. I want to see this fight. I want to see this skirmish. I need to see it. That to me was my favorite part of this episode. I fucking adored it. I love the character of Vigilante, and I love that he got this episode. He got this moment to really showcase his comedy, his timing. It was fucking great. I loved it.
I really liked it when he brought them to the house. There's just cocaine and everything. They opened up the door, the cocaine's flying everywhere. It's just drugs everywhere. And that actually plays a part like later on in the.
Do you know the other thing that I forgot? And again, I was proper nuts watching it. See the part where he walks in with all his pals and his mum's like, "Oh my god, I didn't realize you had friends. He didn't have enough for D&D, so I became a level 40 warlock," and all that kind of shit. And then she keeps talking. He's like, "Fuck off, mom! Get out of here! Go away! Go away!" And she's like, "Oh, is this your girlfriend? Oh, it's okay. You're being a..."
That was my favorite line, because she goes, "Is this your girlfriend?" I was like, "Are you hardcore?" And she's like, "It's hardcore," but yeah, everyone says hardcore or something. It's like, oh, I was like, finally, I feel seen. I feel seen. What is your name?
The other bit I like though is the performance. If you go back and watch just that part, mate, he performs it like it's like a fucking 13-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Who's it's like, "Mom!" It's so well done, and the physical and the comedic performance from him for Freddie Stroma is absolutely brilliant. And even that as well, like it builds and builds and builds, and ultimately the mother fucks off, and then she's like Harcourt's obviously fucking raging. She's like, really? And he's like, "Oh, it's my other girlfriend. I've got another girlfriend." And she's like, So you had to tell her I was a slut, and he's like, "Well, yeah.
There's a little bit of truth in everything.
A lie's better if it's based on truth." And I was just like, fucking genius. And do you know what's even funny about that? And I get it, it's acting and stuff, but we still need to take this in. That's James Gunn's wife. Like that, he wrote that line for his wife's character. It's fucking brilliant. Like, mate, honestly, I laughed so much at this, and it's wonderful to think that we're gonna get these like really. Like Superman was such a family film, and it was so goofy, and he was the gee shucks and all that kind of stuff. And then you get the other side of the spectrum where it's this kind of comedy and it's really silly, and like, mate, I'm not mate, the "oh my god, my dad's not gay" joke was like, I was ending myself, because I was like, he's such an idiot. He's such a fucking lovable goofy idiot. I loved Vigilante in this episode. It was the highlight of the episode for me.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of great moments.
What stood out for you most in this episode?
Oh, for me, it was the crossing over to the other world, and see, I was pretty sure we were right about what we're thinking about the other world. You know, there's something wrong, and in particular. And I really noticed it when we were in the diner. Like, I saw it in this Argus place, but when they're in the diner looking at, and just the shots panning around, they all get a photo together. I think that was right at the start as well. I'm just like, yeah, there's only white people, isn't there? So, and then when What's Her Puss goes for a walk.
Well, that was that. Like. The second she says, "Right, fine, I'll go myself," and or she's like, "You'll be safer out there," and I went, "You won't be." Like, you, and then that first driver just stared at. I was like, "Oh, we've fucking nailed it! Like, we've absolutely nailed it." And horrible subject, horrible idea, but the way it's executed was so funny. Like, the fact that like all these idiots stop in their car and just start chasing her. Like, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
And again, I'm now at a point, I'm like, what the fuck's going to happen to her? Like, where are we going to pick up with her from next week's episode?
I think for sure runs back, like, locks herself into the house.
Yeah.
Then, of course, White Dragon's there.
Yeah.
He's put a knife through Economist's hand.
I know! But yeah, like, as a reveal go as well, like, I didn't even, like, consider as well, like, see, when they were obviously, like, it was that slow build where we're kind of cutting between Harcourt and Peacemaker, and obviously we know the this world's Harcourt's also arrived at Argus, and it cuts between what's happening with them, and then what's happening with Adebayo,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Peacemaker looking in on the flag, and I didn't expect to see a swastika on it, but I was like, oh
Yeah.
that's great. That makes so much sense. Well, it's not great.
Have
It's
you
terrible.
not?
It's not.
Have
It's
you not
terrible.
noticed that
Clear.
before now?
Let me make this. Hold on. Let me make this clear.
Whoa, Andrew, do we need an intervention?
No,
for you?
no.
Is that
I'm
what?
going to make it. I'm going to make it.
So we just done Gen V, and we was all talk about interventions, but that was about butt stuff, you know.
I was talking about that on Gen V, and I'm not going to tell you what this means. Go watch the Gen V episode.
Are you saying you prefer the flag that way, or
no? It's not. I prefer the saltire. Fucking Scotland, come on!
the
But no, like it's a great reveal. Like it's a
it was a good moment.
That character is who that character. You're assuming who the character of his dad is and stuff like that, and yeah, it kind of sets us up for these last 2 episodes. That like right, we know the stakes, we know the reveal. We're now kind of like. I'll get to the Harcourt and Chris stuff a wee bit later, but like I want to kind of keep focusing in on.
Yeah.
Not only that reveal, but we got Lex Luthor. I fucking
You called it. You called it.
I fucking called it. And again, Lex Luthor, as much as he was maniacal and crazy and all that stuff in Superman, he's swearing in this one, and it just shows you can have both. You can have that nice family movie with Superman where everybody can go see, and you can also have him in these R-rated movies and TV series and stuff like that. Loved his performance. I think we are. I can't remember if we've revealed what we're doing, but I'm watching a certain set of movies for a ranked podcast. And a certain Mr. Lex Luthor might have appeared in one of those films. And he's fucking terrible. That Lex Luthor, he's absolutely atrocious.
Is it by any chance the one that has a jar of piss?
It is the one that has a jar of piss. It's terrible. Like literally, see after watching, why can't I think his name? That's terrible. Is it Nicholas Hoult? There we go, Andrew. You're terrible. After watching Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor, I'm like, yeah, that's so bad. Like compared, like it's terrible. I think Nicholas Hoult is a fantastic Lex Luthor. I'm so interested. Like I loved the kind of back and forth between him and Frank Castle.
Mm.
Where do you see that going? What do you see him getting? What do we think?
Frank Castle, the Punisher. You mean Frank Grillo?
Frank Grillo, what an idiot! What an absolute idiot.
I was just like Frank Castle.
Frank Grillo's Rick Flag, what an idiot. Yes.
To be fair, it's a lot of Ricks. So
yeah, there's a lot. Rick Flag, Rick Flag Senior. Where do you see that going? What do you think he's got? Because again, it's like you see them back and forth, and they're like, and he's like, "Oh, I want freedom," and he's like, "No." And he's like, "Well, what's the American government gonna give me?" Because we've found out he's got a device that can track it and all that stuff.
Mm.
And then all we get is Rick Flag talking to the cyborg lady saying, "It's sorted," and she's like, "What did he get?" And he went, "Doesn't matter." What do we think?
See, I am under the impression that the cyborg lady, because we've already seen in Superman that he likes using enhanced humans. So I'm under the impression the cyborg lady might actually already be working for Luthor.
Ooh, good shout.
So I think he's getting moved to a less max security prison. Where breakouts are much easier to do. And I think, I don't know exactly what his deal is, but I think Rick Flag's, I almost said it as well, Rick Flag Sr.'s whole thing here is he's saying it's for the good of the American people, but really he's just wanting to kill the guy that killed his son.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much starting to get into territory of I'm going to do whatever it takes to like do this. So I think, pardon me, I think I think that he's getting moved to another prison, and I think there must be some kind of like I don't know, like he's got access to some kind of technology or something from his prison cell.
Yeah, so
I don't quite know what yet, which is good. Like we shouldn't be able to guess it outright,
yeah,
but
I think it's going to lead somehow. We might see Lex Luthor in his suit, his big mech suit.
oh,
I think there's going to be something that will happen or cause some. I think by the end of this series, we'll see Nicholas Hoult in the Lex Luthor mech suit. I think that'd be a really cool reveal to the end of
okay,
this, because again, James Gunn's bigged this up to no end. I agree with what you're saying about Rick Flag. My only thing that I'm kind of differing on is I think he does truly. I think there is a part of him anyway that is like, no, this we need to do this for America because we can't have these universal rifts opening up again and blah blah blah. But I think his greed to get to Peacemaker will then overshadow the
yeah,
America that, and he might use it, or he might, like there'll be some kind of consequence for him, putting his hate and lust for revenge on Peacemaker to he'll put that above what's best for, like the thing that he
like
keeps claiming, like for the country and for the world.
I said, it's either gonna happen next episode or the episode after that. They've not just waved Rick Flag Jr. to us for no reason. So Rick Flag Senior and Rick Flag Jr. are meeting up.
Oh yeah, in the other universe.
That is happening for sure, and I think that'll resolve his feelings potentially, because maybe Rick Flag Jr. doesn't like, because he didn't seem to be enjoying himself all that much when we saw him. So maybe he'd be happy to cross over.
Could be, yeah.
And maybe so that's what I'm thinking, and then maybe that'll help Flag Senior. Also, when we saw White Dragon, and basically he stabs Economos, he starts spilling his Blue Dragon. All right, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Was he called White Dragon in? It
might have been White Dragon in
the normal one.
The one, yeah.
That makes sense, because if it's blue, it's like the red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and Peacemaker's mostly red, and I think. Well, I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah. The point is, he stabbed Economos. Economos basically spills his guts out. What the whole thing
that
is.
Was
so
funny
he
as well. See when he just says that, he's like, "Oh, I'm telling you too much." I was just like, "You're an idiot." Like I like Economos, but I'm like, "Oh, I dislike you, man. You're such a bitch." But I like the character.
He spilled his guts, and basically, he now knows that there's something wrong with Chris. So that, I think, is now inevitably, like I've sort of said before, it's leading up to Chris and his brother fighting once again. Whether he kills him or not, I don't know. I'm leaning towards no, but I guess you never know with something like this. I think Blue Dragon's dying again.
Yeah,
I think
I predicted
the dad's going.
I think well, maybe not, because the way he kind of acted about seeing Adebayo, like, I was going to say, oh, maybe he'll have like a face turn, but I don't think he will. I don't think he'll die, but I think his dad will die. I think there'll be like a mutual respect where it's like, I hate you, but I'm going to let you live because you're my brother.
Yeah. There'll be
that between the two of them. But yeah, I hope we get a vigilante fight in himself. Like, I hope we get that.
Yeah, I think how that'll turn out is that, because he was talking about the Sons of Liberty, and that was the group that tried to blow up the bank.
Oh yeah.
So he's joined it. So I think he's gonna do another heist or something. They're gonna hear about what's her puss Amanda? What's Amanda Waller? Junior. What's her name? DeBale, yeah. Adebayo. She
wait, double check that's right. Yeah,
she is he's going to hear about that. They're going to try and rescue him, but then Peacemaker's going to be there. They're going to try and kill Peacemaker, and I think Vigilante's going to end up killing himself. You know, like, is what I think, to protect Peacemaker, kind of thing.
Yeah,
that's cool. my prediction for
Well,
that.
this is the fun thing is that we've only got 2 episodes left, so we're going to get there's a lot still to resolve and stuff in the next 2 episodes. Have you watched next week's preview?
I've not, no.
Give it a watch. It looks cool. It looks action packed. It looks a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just watched it just before we started recording.
Have you noticed, by the way, I didn't notice this. See, at the end of the credits, for the past couple of episodes anyway, I haven't checked all of them, there's like a little
alternate scene kind of thing.
like gag scene, yeah, or something,
Yeah. I've not seen
that was
this
quite funny.
I had to pause it because we were doing the Gen V review, so I'll go back and see what they put at the end. But yeah, as I say, the comedy was fantastic in this. There wasn't much action and stuff like that, but it sets up a lot of kind of stakes for next week's episode and the finale. Obviously, we get the reveal of Lex Luthor, which is awesome. There's also a tease of someone in next week's episode in the preview,
Ooh.
which I'm very intrigued to see who that might be. I might get Paul to watch it after we're finished recording here, so we can have a wee kind of tete-a-tete and see who we think it might be. I think it might be, so just for the viewers that are watching, I think we might be getting someone from the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be somebody from the Suicide Squad.
Based on what you're saying, I would prefer Suicide Squad, but based on what you're saying, I would have guessed Justice Gang. But who knows? Peacemaker.
No. So to get again, if you don't want any spoilers, just fast forward like 30 seconds. They're in a jumpsuit.
Oh, okay.
So I'm trying to think, like, there's nobody in like the Superman movie that could it be, so I'm going to think it might be someone that we've seen maybe in the Suicide Squad. The last thing I want to kind of touch upon, because I thought it was fantastic. Obviously my go-to is obviously comedy, action, all that kind of stuff. But the scene between Harcourt and Chris after she gets done for the drugs and she's in a wee room and Harcourt comes in to kind of be like, why, or not Harcourt, sorry, Chris comes in to ask Harcourt, like, why are you here, what are you doing? And they kind of get into this, like, she's like, I'm not emotional, like, I'm not in touch with my feelings the way you are, and Chris is obviously still trying to get an answer, and she kind of puts it to him like, oh, it's unfair, so what, you're going to come back if I say what you want me to hear, or you're going to stay here if I don't? And I get from both sides, like, that's unfair of him to put that on her, but also he seems to be, or thinks he's happy in this place. He's got everything that he wants. But that scene, like, especially
when he pulls up the flag, this is your perfect world.
Oh yeah, that was a great line as well. She's like, oh, so this is where you feel is perfect. Jennifer Holland is, I think she stands out in this, like, some of the best acting I've seen her do in these. And she's jacked, man. She's in such good shit. Like, she's so fucking, like, her arms are so strong and defined and stuff. She's obviously worked so fucking hard physically, but from an emotional point of view, the beats that she hits in this episode, where you see she's like, I go fight people in bars so that I can feel something. Like, I'm emotionally dead. And there was a lovely wee line, and it's almost thrown away, where she's like, so why are you, like, why the fight? And he's like, I've got my dad here and my brother's alive. And he's like, yeah, the other you's nice, but she's not you, but it's something, like, there's a line where he kind of says, look, she's not what I want, you are, but she'll do because you don't want me. And in a way, that's really sad. But it's also unfair to put. It's a really lovely, and I think it's why I really enjoyed this episode overall. Is just, it was so much colour. There was, like, really funny bits, and then really kind of shocking bits, and really emotional bits, and to me, it's one of the best. Like listeners and viewers, if you've watched and listened to us for a while, you'll know how big I am on the TV show The Penguin. Now, very different shows, very different tones. This episode for me is up there with some of the best Penguin episodes, because we get such poignant moments, we get such good comedy beats, we get, like, everything that it tried to do. To me, it landed everything. There wasn't any weak point in this episode. There was no parts of this episode where I was like, yeah, I didn't really care about that. the stuff with fucking the comedy with Vigilante, the even the stuff with Economos, the stuff with Adebayo, like I think it's a fucking phenomenal episode of television.
Hmm. No, the whole scene where they sat down together, it really is. You can feel the emotion pouring off them. Like he's, look, I gave you a very nice note. Look, you clearly don't want me. You betrayed me. You hurt me. Like I'm off. Like
Yeah.
And I did think that line was key. Like, look, I really like the you in this world, but she isn't you.
Yeah.
Which is so interesting because that makes me think it could be the same. Maybe not, but it could be the same with Frank Senior and Junior.
Yeah.
Frank. Oh, you've set me on this path, Frank.
I agree. Well, I was like, yeah.
It might be like the setup where he meets his son again, and he's like, "You're not my son. You're just some clown that looks like him." You never know. So, I'm quite curious now to see where that whole thing goes. I think that it's definitely we needed this scene because it's just been like too closed down between them. We finally needed to clear some air between the two characters. So it looked like I just watched the little sting for the next episode there. It looked like they're definitely now more on the we're getting closer to each other kind of way. There's that scene where she's on the motorbike with him and stuff. And
there was another line which again you can look at as being fairly pathetic because he's just looking for anything, but he's like, oh, because you hate me, and she's like, you know I don't hate you, or like you know that I know, or I know that you know I don't hate you.
You know.
That's what it was. No, it was I know that you know I don't hate you. So it's her kind of saying, look, don't play this. You know I don't hate you. Like I like she risked her life. She did like you can see their relationship, like whether it becomes anything or whatever after and stuff like that. Like because you could see she's guilty as well about not telling her
that I know
Rick Flag Jr.
And you know that I know that you know that
but
I know.
They don't know that we know they know we know we know.
That's so. I was doing dodgeball, Ben Stiller dodgeball, and you were doing Friends.
I was doing Friends. Mate, that's the OG. They don't know we know they know we know. That's the fucking OG Phoebe, mate. Don't fucking come at me. Again, I don't think Friends is the best sitcom ever. But I'll say this, fucking come at me, any Friends nerds. I will fucking school every one of you motherfuckers. Whoa. I will beat anybody at a Friends fucking quiz. The only thing I won't know, I know the context within the episodes. I don't know. I know each of them are like the one with, and it's I don't know the names of the episodes. However, if you give me a fucking quiz fact or anything about that, I will school you about Friends. I know Friends like the back of my hand.
Ooh. Oh. Okay.
Joey, there's Chandler. I know it all. But yeah, like that was a lovely. Like there was so many nice wee moments with them, and the thing I still like though is you can still see there's an element of disgust might be a wee bit wrong, distaste or there's something that she doesn't. There's parts of Chris that she doesn't like, but overall she does maybe love him. But there's part like that whole jibe where it's like, oh, so this is the fucking world that you think is perfect.
Because they
America flag.
They acknowledged our liaison with Rick. Finally said it right.
Yeah, and she was quite apologetic about not telling him as well.
And she's like, "Yes, we were a thing. He technically had a girlfriend. Let's just not mention she was an all-powerful witch spirit person, but yes, he technically had a girlfriend, but yes, we were a thing. We were friends. And then, but what's telling is like, I'm sorry I killed your boyfriend. And then she's like, it wasn't my boyfriend. So it's like, she clearly had strong feelings for him, but it maybe wasn't love
I still think
kind of thing.
I think it was, I think it was a friend, because that whole scene where he's like, come away with me and blah blah blah, and she's like, you're my friend. I think she's just a very confused character. But there was the line as well where she's like, you know I'm not lying to you because you know when we first met I really fucking hated you.
I despised you.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, that stuff between her and Cena, and again, I've bigged up Jennifer Holland, but John Cena was great in that scene as well. Like very
Yes.
believable, very very good.
No, he's definitely coming along as he nailed comedy straight away. Like
yeah.
Suicide Squad, he nailed comedy. He's
Trainwreck
probably
as well. I don't know if you've seen Trainwreck.
he's funny in Trainwreck. Yeah, no, he's so good. But just like with his timing and everything, I think he's probably the best thing in the Suicide Squad. You know, he's fantastic. He's definitely one of the standouts for it. But
he's not the best thing.
What's the best thing?
King Shark, mate. Fucking, are you joking?
No.
Going,
Peacemaker's
friends?
much funnier,
brother.
But
a shark pretended he had a fucking mustache. Don't come at me, mate. I know comedy.
but
I need to rewatch that movie, man. I fucking love that movie. I'm gonna rewatch that shit.
It is good, but I think
have a look.
It was on TV just the other day, but I'm not sure.
I don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV. I'm a Gen Z.
That's streaming. I don't watch TV. That got 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's awesome.
Wow, really? Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Wow.
That Suicide Squad got a 90.
Well, actually, now that I think about it, see, when there's the scene when he's in bed with the Nazi hardcore.
Yeah.
You've really just
they're all Nazis in that world, aren't they?
You don't appreciate just how big John Cena is until he's in a side by side comparison with someone. And let's not kid ourselves. Like, let's not kid ourselves. This is just, see if this is your first introduction to John Cena. This is him small.
Oh my mate! Do you know when you don't know when you notice it, right? And this is us, obviously. We're fucking WWE marks. See when you watch him in the ring now. So John Cena, for people that don't know, John Cena is doing a year-long retirement. He's announced that he was going to retire from wrestling, so he's doing a year. So he's ending his wrestling career. I think he's lying. I think he's going to end it at WrestleMania in April. But he's technically said he's retiring in December. He's too busy. He can't keep it going. He looks old and he's still jacked, but he's so much slimmer.
He's trimmed down so much. And when you're watching WWE, you lose like a sense of they're all enormous because quite a lot of them are big. But Cena in particular was always really big, like even amongst the big guys. And you can tell he's trimmed down, but see when you see him in this scene, he's huge compared with hardcore.
Because that's the same with The Rock. The Rock, when The Rock left WWE, he became fucking enormous. And even now he's slimmed down. But I guarantee if you see The Rock next to a normal human, he's still going to be fucking massive compared to them. He's just not as big as... I made a joke with my wee brother. Like, I'm big into the gym just now, and I seen a meme where it was a video where it was a guy lifting weights, and he's like, here are the reasons why I'm not on steroids. Number one, I don't know where to buy steroids. And I retweeted it. I was like, that's hilarious. And my wee brother texted me and he was like, oh, that's so funny, blah, blah, blah. Have you thought about it? I says, nah. He was like, oh, I was in Mexico and they were selling them and I was thinking about buying some just because like I didn't know that you could buy them in Mexico. And I went, nah, I prefer my natty build. And then my next message was it was with the wee eye emoji, like, until Marvel fucking come calling. And he went, oh, I bet they've got the good stuff. And I'm like, fucking right today. Have you seen Chris Evans?
No. Has he trimmed down?
Brother, no.
Oh, he's jacked up?
Tell me he's not in Doomsday. Motherfucker is in the best cap shape. Mate, if you look at his...
I'll look it up.
Look at his promo stuff for the Materialists. See the film that he did with Pedro Pascal. Again, he's in wonderful shape, but he's slim. He's very kind of slender. There is a press photo. There's a photo of him doing a junket for something. His arms are fucking enormous. He looks big. He's not John Cena big, but he's definitely Captain America big.
Okay.
Have you found it? No. I'll find it if you want. I'll put it in the chat.
I'm having a wee look.
I'll get it in the chat. But yeah, John Cena especially next to, because Jennifer Jennifer Holland she's a wee petite thing.
Mm-hmm.
She has a wee small thing. But again,
and you were even saying like, great shape, looks jacked.
But just John Cena's a fucking giant.
But there's jacked, and then there's WWE jacked.
Oh yeah, there's jacked, and then there's Land of the Giants. But yeah, the one thing I would say as well about how we've been praising this, I've just checked on IMDb as well. This is the highest rated episode ever of Peacemaker. So
I'm not surprised. Like there was a lot going on. Like, it's not that I didn't enjoy the past couple of episodes. I was just like, I feel like we're taking a long time to get this story going somewhere, and it felt like things were happening in this episode. So I noticed the change, and I appreciate it. I think this was definitely a step up. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. What are your predictions for the last 2 episodes?
So, I think we might have something big for every episode. I think the big thing for these 2 episodes was the reveal that the world's actually Nazi land, Nazi America, and then it's the Lex Luthor thing. Yeah. I am not entirely sure if we're going to get much more of Lex Luthor, if I'm honest.
I don't. We'll only get Lex Luthor in the last episode, if any. He won't be back next week.
I don't think we'll get loads of them, if I'm honest. You're right. Fuck,
mate,
Chris Evans
he's
is
enormous.
looking big.
Click the link because there's 2 photos. The second photo, he looks even bigger. Like, he's in fucking unreal shape, Chris Evans, man. 100% he's in Doomsday, man. There's no way he's in that shape and not being in that film.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. Oof. Yeah, no, I see it now. He's a big lad.
But yeah, so my prediction, I think we're going to get another reveal next week. I think it'll be...
Yeah. Who do you think? Suicide Squad.
The issue is, right, because I've watched it again. I've watched the thing, right? And to me, I'm going, I can't hear it in his voice, and the skin tone makes me think he looks white. I can't think who it could be. Like, who could it be? Because who did Suicide Squad? Suicide Squad was mainly John Cena, Idris Elba.
Well, Idris Elba might, if they could get him, that would be an interesting choice.
I think he would 100%. Anybody that works with James Gunn always wants to work with James Gunn again. So I think.
I think that would be. Like, imagine. Imagine, they're going, all right, we're going across to this other world. We need a hardened, grizzled mercenary. Although Bloodsport, according to the film anyway, isn't in prison now, so.
It could be the introduction, though, of someone new.
Could be, yeah, like a well-known character, yeah.
Yeah, and again, that would be awesome. And I think there's so many different ways that they could go down.
Who would be good? Who would be?
Let me actually look something up.
Captain Boomerang.
No, he died.
A new Captain Boomerang.
Who was the bad guy in Blue Beetle?
Do you know what we need?
Go on.
Do you know what we need?
Go on.
We need more. This is Katana. Her sword captures the soul of everyone she kills. And then that was her character.
Yep. That was
Looked great, but didn't do a whole lot.
I don't know. I'm not very well versed in terms of like DC, other than Batman's villains. It could be somebody. It could be fucking Deadshot. It could be Deathstroke. It could be anything. Do you know what I mean? But I think that's the fun part where we are just now with DC and with.
Is that your prediction? We're getting Will Smith.
No.
Big,
it would be
Big Willie style.
No,
coming to the DC.
No, because even Deathstroke. If we had Deathstroke, he's not canon in anything, is he?
Deathstroke appeared, I think, at the end of Batman vs Superman, and it was James. What's his face? James Manganiello. Is it James?
Magnolia.
Magnolia.
Joe.
That was it. Joe, not James.
Manganiello.
Joe
Manganiello.
What is going on with us in names today?
Flash Thompson, the OG Flash Thompson. It could be anybody, and that's the fun thing. I think next week's episode, looking at the preview, is going to be action packed. I am so excited. This show does everything it can for me. I love this show. I look forward to every Friday to be able to watch it and get to come on here and talk all about it with you and our lovely viewers.
You're such lovely viewers. I still think that we're gonna get, like we did at the end of Peacemaker season 1, and now they've edited it, so it's the Justice Gang showing up. I think we're gonna get a similar thing, but actually see his face, and it's gonna be Superman. He's gonna come in and be like, I think that's what we get, like, at the end of this.
If we get Superman, do we get a fuck, a shit, an asshole?
I think someone will use that profanity at him, and he'll be like embarrassed or ashamed, or like,
I hope they do,
or shame them or something.
I hope they do the Captain America. What's your language? Yeah. I hope they do that to the nth degree with this Superman, because as much as I swear like a trooper, I like that for that Superman. I was like, no, that's quite endearing that he's gosh darn it, I like that. Let us know in the comment section what you've thought of this week's episode of Peacemaker. Are you as high on it as we are? Are you super excited? What are your predictions? Who do you think that reveal is for the guy in the jumpsuit? Who do you see showing up? I'm still hedging my bets at Supergirl, because that's the next film. But let us know in the comment section, who do you think showing up at the end of this series? Where do you see the characters going? Like, what is happening in this Nazi America? Like, where is this TV series going? Get in the comment section. Please hit the subscribe button. Get us to 100 subscribers. Get in the comments to help the algorithm, get more people seeing us and getting involved in the conversation. Paul, where can the lovely people find you and all that you do?
Trying to figure out something relevant I can say. If you were to cross into another world... No, I don't like the implications of that. No. If you were to confess... There we go. If you were to confess your love to an emotionally dead woman, what she might refer you to,
keep it light, is
the Instagram of @StirrettStory.
And if you want to follow me, do you know the thing I've realised, right? Follow me at @AndolphGray. Don't follow me. I don't want your follow. Follow the podcast at WithMatesPod. You know what I've realised is, normally because we do this with 3 or 4 people, just when it's me and you, it's almost thrown at you and you're like, I need to think of something, whereas you've normally got a wee bit of time. When we do this. But yeah, follow the podcast at WithMatesPod. Make sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube. Get involved, get in the conversation. Let us know if there's anything else you want to see us talking about. Gen V, we've done a mid-season review of Gen V. We are likely to be doing a movie review of one battle after another. We're going to be doing a Marvel Zombies review. I'm going to get Vash in for that. Me and Rich are going to discuss that. There's still plenty of movies to come by the end of the year. I'm hopefully going to try and do a wee Alien Earth one, because I've heard that's a really good series as well. But plenty to come on the podcast. Get involved, get subscribing, get sharing, get liking, all that fucking influencer bullshit. Help us out. Get us to a bigger platform. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Of course we will, with episode 7 of Peacemaker. I can't wait for the pun. I can't wait for the episode. And I can't wait to be here to talk with you lovely people and my good friend, Polly Smack. Until then, see you later. Ladies on the main J.